You're sweating in your bedroom. It's the hottest room in the house. You've tried everything. You bought a bigger fan. You cracked the window. You pointed the thing directly at your face all night. And you still wake up drenched, miserable, and exhausted. So you call someone in. An HVAC specialist takes one look at your setup and tells you the airflow in that room is just poor. The fix? A new duct extension, a ceiling fan installation, or a full room air conditioning unit. We're talking anywhere from $200 to $800, depending on who's quoting you. And here's the kicker. The problem isn't even that complicated. Big cooling industry doesn't want you to know this because there's a dead simple $15 fan trick that changes the entire airflow dynamic of your hottest room permanently. It's been used by engineers since the 1970s. It was quietly removed from every mainstream home improvement guide right around the time smart thermostats started selling for $300 a pop. Funny coincidence, isn't it? Stick around because I'm showing you exactly what it is before this video gets pulled. Let's talk about what's actually happening in that hot room of yours. Most people assume it's just a heat problem. It's not. It's an airflow problem. Hot air sits. It stagnates. It pools in corners, rises to ceiling height, and just hangs there like a wet blanket over your entire room. Your standard fan, pointed straight at you, is doing almost nothing about that. It's recycling the same hot air in a 2-meter circle around your face. That's it. That's all it's doing. Meanwhile, the cooler air from your hallway, from downstairs, from wherever your home is actually managing temperature correctly. But that air never gets pulled in. It stays where it is because there's no pressure differential to move it. You're sitting in a heat trap and nobody told you. Now, the professional solution is to create what HVAC engineers call a cross-ventilation pressure system. Sounds complicated. It is not, but the industry needs it to sound complicated because the moment it sounds complicated, you pick up the phone, you call a tradesperson, and you hand over $300 to $500 for a job that involves someone spending 45 minutes in your home, moving some air around, and writing you an invoice on a tablet. Dyson, DeLonghi, the entire cooling appliance industry, they are praying every single summer that you stay confused about this. They release a new fan model every 12 months with a new blade angle, a new oscillation setting, a new app integration. None of it addresses the actual problem. None of it is meant to. Because the moment you understand airflow mechanics, you stop buying their $400 tower fans. You stop calling the HVAC guy. And they lose. Every summer, UK and US households collectively spend billions on cooling fixes that don't fix the root cause. You are being robbed, not violently, not illegally, but systematically, seasonally, and deliberately. But here's what they don't tell you. The secret isn't a product. It isn't a chemical. It's a placement configuration and one 15-pound box fan used in a specific way that aeronautical and mechanical engineers have known about since the early 1970s. It's called negative pressure intake positioning. And it was standard knowledge in industrial ventilation textbooks right up until around 1987, when the home cooling appliance market exploded and manufacturers realized that an educated consumer was a dangerous consumer. The technique was quietly dropped from DIY home guides, scrubbed from the kind of plain English pamphlets that used to come with every fan you bought. Why? Because it works too well, it costs almost nothing, and it cannot be patented, bundled, or sold as a premium feature. It is pure physics. You create a low-pressure zone on one side of a room by exhausting hot air outward through a window. Simultaneously, you position a second intake fan across the room to draw cooler external or corridor air in. The room flushes itself. The temperature drops by 4 to 8 degrees Celsius in under 10 minutes. No aircon, no ductwork, no engineer. Just 2 fans, one window, and knowledge they buried. Now let's get into exactly how you do this. This is the step-by-step, and I want you to follow this precisely because sequence matters here. Step 1 begins at around the 4-minute mark, and this is your assessment phase. Before you touch a single fan, you need to identify 2 things. First, where's the heat entering your room? In most cases, it's coming from a west or south-facing window that takes direct afternoon sun, or it's rising from a room below. Stand in the hottest part of your room. That spot, that miserable patch where the air just feels thick and stale, that is your exhaust zone. That is where heat is pooling, and that is where it needs to leave. Second, identify your coolest entry point. This is usually a door that faces a corridor, a north-facing window, or an adjoining room that stays cooler. You need these 2 points mapped before anything else. Don't skip this. People who skip this end up pointing fans at walls and wondering why nothing changed. Step 2. Take your fan. Your standard box fan, nothing fancy, the 15-pound kind from any supermarket or hardware shop, and place it facing outward in the window of your exhaust zone. Facing outward means the back of the fan faces into the room and the front faces outside. The fan is now pulling air from inside the room and pushing it out of the window. This is your exhaust unit. This creates the negative pressure. When air leaves a sealed space faster than it naturally replaces itself, the room essentially starts to vacuum in replacement air from wherever it can find it. This is the entire mechanism. One fan facing out in your hottest window. That single change alone will do more for your room temperature than any oscillating tower fan you've ever pointed at your bed. Step 3. Now you open your cool entry point fully. If it's a door, prop it open. If it's a window on the opposite or adjacent wall, open it as wide as it goes. You want maximum opening. The exhaust fan is now pulling hot air out, and the room is drawing cool air in through your open entry point naturally, through pressure differential alone. At this stage, without even adding a second fan, you will feel the difference. Put your hand near that open door or window. You will feel air moving toward you, into the room, being pulled in. That is the negative pressure working. That is physics doing the job that a $500 air conditioning unit does for free. Step 4, and this is where the upgrade happens. If you have a second fan, and I strongly recommend you do this because it dramatically accelerates the effect, place it at your cool entry point facing inward. This fan is now pushing cool air into the room while your exhaust fan is simultaneously pulling hot air out. You have created a full cross ventilation pressure loop. Hot air out one side, cool air in the other, continuous circulation through the entire room. The temperature drop at this point is significant. Most people doing this for the first time look at their thermometer and genuinely do not believe it. 4 to 8 degrees is the average. In some rooms with good geometry, people report up to 10. Do not crank both fans to maximum simultaneously to start. Begin on medium, let the pressure differential establish itself over about 5 minutes, then increase to high if needed. And one critical warning, do not do this during high pollen season if anyone in the house has respiratory sensitivities. You are pulling external air directly through the room. Filter awareness matters. Step 5 is your optimization phase. Angle the intake fan very slightly downward, about 10 to 15 degrees toward the floor. Cool air is denser and sinks naturally. By directing the intake downward, you are loading the bottom of the room with cool air first, which then displaces the hot air upward and out through the exhaust fan more efficiently. This is the pro tip that almost nobody knows. It feels counterintuitive. Shouldn't you aim air at yourself? No, you're not cooling yourself. You are cooling the room. Let the room do the work. Aim low on intake. Let hot air rise and exit. Once a week during summer, angle your exhaust fan slightly upward to target the ceiling layer where the hottest air pools. Do this system once a day for 20 to 30 minutes during the coolest part of the day, early morning or after sunset, and your room will hold that temperature far longer than any room relying on recirculated air alone. Now let me tell you about the transformation. Before this, you are lying in a room that registers 31 degrees at midnight. The air is completely still. Your fan is pointing at your face and you're still sweating because the air it's moving is 31 degrees. Nothing is changing. The heat has nowhere to go. After you run this system for 20 minutes before bed, you walk into a room that feels fundamentally different. The air is moving. The temperature is measurably lower. You are not breathing recycled heat. You are sleeping in a room that has actually been flushed, ventilated, and cooled through basic, honest physics. This is not a temporary fix you have to repeat every 10 minutes. Once a room reaches thermal equilibrium through proper ventilation, it holds that temperature far more effectively than a room that was only ever spot cooled. This is forever. As long as your home's external temperature cooperates, you are not masking the problem. You're solving the actual problem, which was never a lack of cold air. It was a surplus of trapped hot air that nobody taught you how to move. Now let me tell you why you never learned this, why it was never on the packaging, why no home improvement show ever dedicated 10 minutes to it despite it being more effective than half the products they advertise. Dyson alone generates over $3 billion annually. DeLonghi's cooling division turns over figures that would make your eyes water. The U.S. home cooling market is worth over $80 billion per year. That entire market depends, structurally, fundamentally depends, on you not understanding that 2 basic fans and an open window, positioned correctly, can replace most of what they sell. This technique cannot be monetized. There is no subscription. There is no product update. There is no warranty to sell you. There is no installation fee. It is free knowledge based on freely available physics, and they have spent 40 years making sure it stayed in engineering textbooks and never made it to your living room. The HVAC service industry in the UK alone processes hundreds of thousands of callouts every summer for poor room cooling. A significant percentage of those rooms could be fixed with this method in under 10 minutes. They prayed you'd never work that out. The manufacturers prayed. The service industry prayed. Every engineer who upsells you a new unit prayed you'd stay confused. Some U.S. states have even quietly discouraged open window ventilation guidance in energy efficiency literature in favor of pushing sealed. Air-conditioned environments, because sealed environments sell units. That's not conspiracy theory. That is market incentive working exactly as designed, against your interests. They don't want you sharing this either. They don't want this information spreading beyond the people who stumble across it by accident. So here's what I need you to do. If this saved you money, if this is the first summer you're going into that hot room without dread, hit that like button right now, not for the algorithm, as a direct financial protest against every company that has ever sold you a $400 appliance to solve a positioning problem. Subscribe to this channel because we are just getting started. Every week, there's another piece of buried knowledge, another industry secret, another simple fix they've been hiding in plain sight. Comment the word cool down below, and I will personally reply with the exact fan model I use, where to get it for under 15 pounds, and the optimum room dimensions where this works best. We are building a community of people who refuse to be overcharged for basic physics. And before you go, watch the video coming up next. It's about your boiler. It's about a setting buried in your control panel that your energy supplier has never once mentioned to you. It will change your heating bill this winter. That video is sitting right there waiting for you. So to recap, your hottest room is hot because hot air is trapped, not because cold air is absent. One fan facing out of your hottest window creates negative pressure. A second fan, or open entry point, feeds cool air in. Aim intake low, exhaust high, run it for 20 minutes and let the room hold the temperature. Total cost, 15 pounds for a box fan you probably already own. Total effectiveness, greater than most appliances sold to solve this exact problem. They buried this in 1987. You just dug it back up. Go fix your room. See you in the next Forbidden Fix.